Hi, gals and guys. This is Christopher Mosier from MyMediaHelper.com. And this time out, we're going to take a look at SharePoint has new templates they put up probably in the past month or two. I haven't been in SharePoint for a couple months, and I just discovered these just to take a peek to see what SharePoint had updated these days. So we're going to look through these templates and how to use them, how to manipulate the pictures and the text and all that fun stuff. So let's go ahead and bring up our SharePoint. So if you're not sure, you can do a search in Google for Office 365, or I just put in Office, and then it should come up. All right. And then I go to my apps, and then I go to my SharePoint. And I'm going to use Making Comic Studios for my example this time out. I've used these in other tutorials on how to build pages, on how to start your SharePoint site, so seek those out. And we're going to go new. And let's see, I'll do a new page. It doesn't matter if you do news or page. If you need to know the difference and how to manipulate the typical SharePoint out of the box, seek out my other tutorials that I have on SharePoint. But here's your templates now that you have to choose from. And it's pretty self-explanatory. About me page. We're gonna start from scratch, but you can choose any of these, and it's gonna fill out the whole page. Let's just choose one for now. Let's see, employee recognition, celebrate Pride Month, photo. How about photo showcase? Let's do that. Let's use this template. Okay, and as you can see, it gives you different sections, and then you can add sections. So if you go here, you want to add a section, you just click on that. And if you want more choices, you just click on the bottom there, and then you got a couple dozen choices, a dozen and a half, something to that effect. And you can just keep building your pages with these pre-formats if you want. And it looks kind of nifty. And then if you want to get rid of it, you just click on here, and then there's a little garbage pail, and you can get rid of sections as well. Okay, so we are going to get out of here, and we're going to start from scratch. Let me get out of here. All right. And I'm going to do, what did I do? A new page? I'm going to do a new page. I'm going to do create a blank page. All right, and I'm going to put, for now, templates, test, example, I guess. Okay. And details. You can change the thumb for the top there. Page details. So I want to get rid of this. So I'm just going to do plain. Okay. And we can X that out. Go page details, and we can do, I don't want to do toolbox. I'll show you what they are. So these are the out of the box web parts that SharePoint always had. And again, seek out my other tutorials in order to learn how to do that if you're just starting out. Here's some section templates that we can add, and we'll do that in just a moment. And we'll X out of that. And I want to go back to page details. And here's properties. So that's where you can change this if you want. Change the header if you want. Put in text above the title. Show publish date. Show estimated read time. And then you can center if you want. All right, let's get out of that. And we can add sections here. So they have different pre-formats for sections here. And then here's more ideas. See more ideas. So they got quite a few choices for sections there. And I don't know, we'll add a section. So you just click on it, and we're going to learn how to replace these images and crop them and all that good stuff so they fit on your page. If you want to get rid of it, there's just the garbage pail right there. And then page details. And no issues found. So Lucky us. So we'll go back to our toolbox, page details, our toolbox, and we're going to put in a section. I'm going to do more of like a picture type section. So let's see if they've got something to that effect. That could be cool. Right here, that's probably the one I'm going to use. And there's oodles and oodles of them. That's a good one too. All right, let me use this one. Oops, come on now. Where was it? There it is right there. And then we're going to click on this. And actually what I'm going to call this is Columbus, Ohio Comic-Con. So you can just highlight that. Columbus, Ohio Comic Convention. Obviously, it doesn't fit, so we're going to make it fit. You just come right up here. You can use header, so we can do header 3, header 4. And here's the size. We'll go 68. All right, if you want it higher than 68, you just put in the number. Oops, that's too much. Let's go 75. All right. We'll keep it on header 2. It doesn't manipulate that with the header. Comic book convention. Okay, and you can expand it or bring it in a little bit if you want. So let's do this. Then you're able to move it around the page. So we'll put it back kind of where it was. And all you have to do is go to the edge and you see this mark, this kind of cross thing with the arrows. That's how you grab onto stuff and just manipulate and move it around. Same deal with the pictures. You can do the same thing with the pictures. Okay, let's put in our own pictures. So I'm going to go to this, browse images. Now you can use images from the site. Go to site assets. Gems, I could use some of these, but I'm going to upload some pictures. So let's upload. Let's go to photos and images. And we'll go to Facebook backup. Photos, Columbus, Ohio. Oh, there's a Chicago Comic-Con. We could do that. Let's go to Columbus, Ohio. All right, let's grab on some pictures. I'll grab Zantana here. I'll grab this one. You can't grab multiple. You have to do one at a time. Okay. So I can't do control and pick multiple ones. So that's fine. We'll go Zantana. We'll add image. All right. So this is a little problem here. Obviously, we're just getting her torso and her crotch and her legs. So you can go in here. You can manipulate the size. But I wouldn't recommend that. Let's go back. Oh, undo. There we go. And then we can do this. Oops. Then we can shrink her. And then, oops, move her up. And shrink her a little bit. And move her up. And then you can manipulate her around. Okay, that's pretty cool. Or you can go into advanced editing, and there's a bunch of stuff you can do in here. You can go all funky and turn her all weird angles. Here's freeform, so you can put her in different boxes on how you want it. I'll show you how to manipulate the pictures. Yeah, let's do that. Done. And we can adjust the colors and the contrast and everything. So let's just get funky. And this is just for example. You can play around with this. your picture look a little. All right, and then they've got different filters. And then you can put stuff on here if you want to. I don't know what you would do. You can sign your name. there's my signature, Christopher. And then you can save it, or you can just reset, and it will go back to the original picture. And here's the different markers you can use to do your markup if you so want to. All right, so I'm just going to save. You don't really need to save because it's the original one. And we'll do another one. So let's browse images again. And we're going to upload. What we got? Where's Darth Maul? He's around someplace. We'll do Black Cat. She's a good one. All right, we got Black Cat. Now, if you want to use this size, there's a couple ways you can do it. So first, what I would recommend is go into your advanced edit. And if you look, let's go to free. Now, if you look, it's going to show you the size of this box. And you can go here, here. So let's use the 16 by 9. So it's going to be 1365 by 768. And I'm actually going to write that down because I don't remember crap. So it's 1365 by 767. Now there's two ways you can go about doing this. First thing, I have tutorials on Photopea. So bring up Photopea, and it's just putting in photopea.com. It's just an online Photoshop, basically. And we'll put new, and then you can put in your custom width, which is 1365 by 767. I'm going to create that, and then I'm going to go and open my Black Cat. So we'll go back to images. Oops. Photo, Facebook, where are you? The heck is it? Oh, there it is right there. And go to photos and videos. Go to Columbus, Ohio. Doesn't have to be the Black Cat, but there she is right there. All right, so I'm just going to take this and just grab onto the whole thing. I'm going to edit, I'm going to copy, I'm going to come over here, I'm going to paste, and then I'm going to use my tool here, this tool here, and I'm going to bring her down. And there she goes. All right, and then I'm going to export as a PNG, and then I'm just going to put Black Cat. Oops. And then I'm going to save. And then I will go back to, I'll get out of here. Leave. And then I'm going to hit images, browse images again. I'm going to upload. Should be in my download folder. There's Black Cat. Bring her up. Okay, so now she fits in that area that you had instead of it being cut off or anything. So let me show you another way you can do it. So let's go here and let's pick an image. Let's pick her. And we'll copy. And she should be cut off. Oh, okay. Actually, that came out really good. That's a bad example. We'll keep that there. Let's try another one. All right, let's try Sapphire here. And copy. Okay, as you see, we get our torso or crotch or legs. And what we can do is go into advanced editing, which is right here. And then we can see the area is 517 by 291, or you can choose one of these. So let's go 517 to 291. All right. So what you can do from here is you can get out of here. I'm going to leave. I'll republish. That's looking kind of cool. And then I'm going to go to my contents, site contents. So you go to this gear, and then you just hit site contents. I'm going to go to site assets. That's where your pictures should be laying. And I'm going to go to site pages. And then there should be a template example. And then there she is right there. And then I'm going to hit edit. And then when I want 517 by 291. So it's already 517. We want 291. I'm going to try to keep her head in the picture. Yep. There we go, 291. Okay, and then go ahead and crop. And then save. All right, then we can X out of here. And then we can go back to our page. So you can go to gear, site contents, site pages, template example. Okay. Oop, we'll edit. Go here. And I'm going to go to site. I'm going to go to site assets. I'm going to go to template example. I'm going to go to my girl here. I'm going to hit select. And she should come up. Why is she not coming up? So for some reason, it was just showing the bottom here. And I went back in and grabbed the picture again, and then it showed up like this. And then I discovered that I have another problem, which I really don't know how to fix at the time of this recording. But we're going to fix it right now. So yeah, it looks great right there. The problem is once you publish it, it stretches. I have no idea why it's doing that. So let's try to figure it out. Let's go to edit. And then it's fine right there, right? Let's go to advanced edit. Let's go to free. Oh, by the way, you can flip these around, just so you know. And you can do the angles. All right. So let's go to free. Let's go. Let's go 7 by 5. Let's go 2 by 1. Let's do that. All right. We can crop it. We can save it. Okay, now let's republish and see if it stretches. No, it doesn't. Huh. I don't know why it stretched. Your guess is as good as mine. But use a pre-format instead of free, meaning if that happens, that was the fix, because as you can see, if you go into advanced editing, you go, don't use the free, use one of these if that happens, obviously. Okay, that's about it. I think everything else is pretty self-explanatory. We can go back to the toolbox and all templates. And again, you can build your site through these templates, or you can just do it freestyle. And what I mean by that is using your web parts. And to use your web parts, I'm going to put my original SharePoint tutorial, the first one I ever created on how to use SharePoint with the web parts. I'll put that down in the description if you need that. I think everything else is pretty self-explanatory. Obviously, you just click on these and you can put in whatever text you want. Here's some spacing, no spacing. You can put it in quotes if you want. Say that if you want. You can just play around with it. Bullets, there's bullet points. Yeah, let's go back. But again, this is all in other tutorials, so I'm just kind of rehashing what I've already done. All right, gals and guys, I guess that's it for this time out. Interesting updates for SharePoint. I like these templates a lot. I think they're very cool, and I think they'll help novice. They'll help anyone. They'll help experts and novice alike. So, of course, in the description, what the hell am I talking about? Please subscribe. Thumbs up on this video if it helped you, and hit the bell for updates. And I always forget. Oh, yeah, share. I always forget. They're always the 4 magical things. And I appreciate you as always, and I will catch you later. Peace.